is full of those who believe they are better than.
The two people who built this damn company, your EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson.
Young Bucks, you guys got complacent. Allow us to put that chip back on your shoulder. We will take your spot, and Private Party will be the next AEW World Tag Team Champion.
Will Ospreay, Ricochet. These two men so evenly matched. Konosuke Takeshita.
Yes! Yes, I said him!
Calling for the AEW International Championship.
Who take pleasure in the pain of others.
But the problem is you want my spot. You want what I have.
You need someone to save you from yourself.
Got too many moves to make, yeah, I got a feeling.
You are one of two wrongs that I have to correct in Hangman. It all starts with you at WrestleDream.
Whose purpose is to destroy.
You want to beat the legendary Chris Jericho? I don't think you can do it. Maybe your brother Jay could have.
I'm gonna hurt you.
To crush dreams.
This says that I am one of the best. Come and take it from me.
The reality is...
Will Nightingale gets the win! There are no depths that Mariah May will not stoop to.
Dreams can always come true.
We got a new champion!
As soon as I lose this, my full-time career is over. But that's not gonna be anytime soon.
But can just as easily become nightmares.
Something terrible is going to happen.
In a moment, it all fell apart.
Good God Almighty!
It's gonna take some time for everybody to wrap their brains around this.
I don't even know what to say about it, honestly. This is just the world that we live in. You cannot trust anybody.
This is not your company anymore.
5 years ago, it was a whole different world, a whole different time, a whole different landscape in the sport of wrestling. Might as well have been a different planet.
Good God Almighty, the roof just came off! Jon Moxley!
Jon Moxley first arrived in AEW, and I really thought Jon Moxley was what AEW was all about, rough.
I am on a pilgrimage to scorch the earth of AEW, one broken leg at a time, until I am the last man standing.
Rugged, taking no prisoners.
I'm a wildfire burning across the countryside. I am napalm death.
From one of the very first shows, said that he was going to have a paradigm shift.
We have a mission to knock the pillars of this industry on their ass. This is what you call a paradigm shift.
But as time went on, things started to change. And I think Bryan Danielson became more what AEW meant.
The rafters are shaking with the arrival of Bryan Danielson!
Bryan Danielson was always known as one of the best technical wrestlers to ever step through the ropes. And when he stepped into an AEW ring, I think people were excited to see a master of the craft.
This is truly a dream match.
I am here to wrestle.
I have never witnessed something like that in my life.
You know, when you look at Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley as human beings, they could not be more different. They have this common bond, or at least it seemed they did, of just, I don't know how to word this exactly, but they like to hurt people.
Together, you and me, we could run this place.
These are guys that live and breathe professional wrestling, and I really do not mean like hyperbole.
The legacy that you want to leave.
This is what they think about. This is how they operate.
I don't stand side by side with nobody until I bleed with them first.
To have these guys come together,
we can create a dream team of unmitigated, pure wrestling violence.
Blackpool Combat Club was unique because it meant no frills. It meant wrestling, it meant combat.
All the arms we could snap, all the skulls we could cave in.
They wrestled a certain style. They were smash mouth. They were hard-nosed. They were willing to take a beating, to give a beating.
What if we took somebody like Wheeler Yuta under our wings?
The ultimate gesture of respect for Wheeler Yuta.
The BCC forming was truly a trial by fire.
We spend time building the next generation.
It was a trial by blood.
We teach them the right way to do things. We hold them accountable.
My eyes opened. I saw what this could be.
Claudio Castagnoli, the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Claudio, another one of those guys that's just been in the trenches with both Brian and John. It's at different places around the entire world.
Think about the greatness that we can create.
Yeah, the Blackpool Combat Club.
I have one job, spill your guts all over the map.
Tough men. Been up close and personal with those guys many times.
It's Matt Menard tapping!
Just sort of seeing them all come together with the same idea of keeping professional wrestling.
This is who we are.
There's no mercy.
This is our nature.
There's no quarter. Just anger, violence, and striving to become the best.
We don't hunt because we are hungry. We hunt because we're lions. We play for blood.
We're the only real professional wrestlers in AEW.
Blackpool Combat Club, just utter dominance.
I just knew once I got that handshake, it was all worth it. And to be honest, I kind of question that now.
You know, the BCC was about principles, and I just feel that Brian got a little carried away with this being his last year.
This will be the most epic year of my career.
Brian Danielson's an addict. Believe me, I know an addict when I see one.
You know how long I've wanted to be in a tournament like this? It might hurt, but I love this!
He's not doing it for the fans. He can't help himself. That's all he knows.
When I die, my heaven will be standing in this ring, bleeding in front of all you people.
Every night he goes to the ring, he tries to kamikaze himself and his career. None of that has been pleasant for me to watch.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh my God!
Brian, you've been there with me, but I feel like there's conflict.
Anarchy in the arena. Don't want anything to do with it.
Why I'm willing to come and fight at Double or Nothing is because I love AEW.
Professional wrestling is filled with temptation. We're all striving for the same top of that mountain. Invariably, at times, you can face off with your friends, you can face off with your brothers.
I'm the best wrestler in the world.
Brian, this is bigger than you. We have been so sick and tired for so long.
Everybody makes their own decisions.
You're gonna have to kill me, because I will leave my soul in this ring!
But you gotta live with the consequences.
What the hell just happened?
I can't believe what I just saw!
What's he trying to do? Oh, no, Mox, don't do this! Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God!
I got it, come on. Made your point, for God's sakes.
Yuta wants to stop it.
Enough is enough.
But why? Why is this happening? Why is Mox, what is he doing here?
This is absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting. There's no need for this. How far do you take something?
You never really know anybody, do you?
It's gonna take some time for everybody to wrap their brains around this.
I know in the context of wrestling, other wrestlers want to make a statement.
Mox, let him get him that damn bag off his head!
I don't even know what to say about it, honestly.
You always gotta look over your shoulder. You never know who's coming at you.
You think any of this is about me?
Who is forcing Jon Moxley's hand in all of this?
There is a crucial element in the DNA of the next generation of all elite wrestling that is missing.
Now he wants to run AEW in his image.
He's been speaking in riddles for a long, long time, and no one understands it.
All these guys are in the exact same spot they were 5 years ago. Professional wrestling is not an easy path to walk. I will take it as my responsibility to do something about it.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of what you've been missing.
We've all had fun.
I'm gonna give you some friction.
It's all been one big party.
Consider this a gift.
Well, the party's over. We were supposed to do it better. AEW was the dream for wrestlers, by wrestlers, driven by the spirit of wrestlers and wrestling fans and the greatest sport in the world. I look around one day and I realize AEW is like a zoo. And those who have dominion over us have no idea of our true nature. Something terrible is going to happen. Nobody's paying attention to anything.
What? What the God Almighty! I can't believe what I just saw.
They hear, they nod, but they don't listen.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Nobody sees what's going on around them.
Somebody's got to stop this right now.
This is absolutely disgusting.
The Blackpool Combat Club was about one thing: excellence.
We are what everybody else in this business pretends to be. We live it and breathe it every single day.
3 years searching for other apex predators. One guy showed us he wanted it. One guy out of all of them. And that was Wheeler Yuta. And Brian has gone and pampered that kid and softened that kid up. And he's trying to undo everything we did to build Wheeler Yuta into what he is. What kind of a mentor does that? What kind of a guy who cares about the future and the well-being of his protege lets him become weak, lets him become soft? All these guys, man, they're fat and happy, they're cashing their paychecks. This is not an easy sport. This is not supposed to be easy. And we're making it easy for these guys. They think this is how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's gonna be anymore.
Jon Moxley is not somebody who's gonna bull you.
Let's get something through your simple-minded, blueberry-picking little brain. None of this is about me.
It's so easy to lose somebody's respect.
None of this is what I wanted. I'm fighting for something much bigger than myself. Everything I'm gonna do is because I have to, because no one else will. No one else can. If any of this was about me, I'd have put you out of your misery years ago.
You spend a lifetime gaining somebody's respect, but in just snap of a finger, you can lose it.
The truth is, Bryan Danielson's been trying to kill himself for the last 2 years. I don't enjoy watching Bryan drag his broken ass to the ring time after time.
I respect things about Jon Moxley, but I can no longer respect Jon Moxley, the human.
What, do you want your career to end in some hospital at the behest of some doctor? Is that how you want to go out, or do you want to die a warrior's death?
When you realized that somebody that you loved and felt like they loved you back, when they betray you, that hits emotionally hard, more so than any physical violence ever will. I love professional wrestling. I love it. And it has gotten me through some tremendously difficult things. And there's a reason why I'm willing to give it up now. Is it's because I have something that I love more.
Who do you want to drop the axe for you, Brian? It's gonna be beautiful. They're not gonna like it. It's gonna be hard to choke down. It's gonna be hard for you to accept.
You know, I like violence in my professional wrestling, but I'm always able to leave it in the ring. Now, It's affecting me back here. This isn't going to be fun. This isn't something that I'm going to love.
This is exactly how it's supposed to be. And this is how it has to be.
This is bigger than AEW. This is bigger than Jon Moxley. It's even bigger than your career, Bryan Danielson. The stakes are extremely high. The future of this business hangs in the balance.
There's this war of ideas going on between Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson.
Mr. Patience, Mr. Empathy, the greatest man I've ever known. Tried your way, Bryan. I choose war.
Jon Moxley, I'm not fighting against a man. I'm fighting against an idea.
It's always a little bit worrisome for me to see the lengths that these guys are willing to go to do the things that they need to do.
Not only do you have the title on the line, the potential at the end of your career, you want revenge on this man who tried to take your life in front of the world. Man, it's just, I don't know where you go from here, man.
A title defense against Jon Moxley, an absolute predator. It's not just the most important match of his career. Now it's the most dangerous match.
You know, look at the prize at the end of the rainbow here for these guys. Ask yourself, who's really got more to lose?
Listen to me when I tell you. After WrestleDream, everything changes.
Sometimes things have to die to be reborn.
Prayed every night you wouldn't win the AEW World Championship, Bryan, but you did. So here we are.
What we're doing to you, Bryan, it is a gift to you, Bryan. What you deserve, Danielson, is a warrior's death, and that's what we're gonna give you.
October 12th, I officially relieve you of duty. I'm sending Daddy home for good. I can only hope that one day, Bryan, you understand. It's gotta be this way. Nobody else has been able to pull the trigger to end Bryan Danielson's career.
Do you know how to hide?
That's why I'm here.
You may think that you helped me.
Do you know your price?
But you have no idea how much that hurt. And all of that hurt, I'm bringing to the ring with me on Saturday.
I will not go gently into that good night.
No one wants the blood of the very legend of the American Dragon on their hands. Nothing lasts forever. You don't get to pick the day. We are what we are. We can't pretend to be anything else. I'm no villain, and I'm no hero. I'm the one true king of these lands. Quite frankly, Bryan, you don't have the stomach for this. I will take it as my responsibility to move the wheels of history. That belt, Bryan, it's not for you. It's for the position. There is only one. There has ever only been one king.
John, no matter how much you want it to be, this isn't about you. This isn't your world championship. Hell, this isn't even my world championship. This is AEW's world championship.
The American Dragon is already dead. And underneath the surface, he knows it.
Finally, Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, is the AEW World Champion! As soon as I lose this, my full-time career is over. But that's not gonna be anytime soon.
This retirement. Man, this guy is a hardcore addict. How long do you think this retirement's gonna last if I don't do something about it? It is my responsibility, it is my duty to put him so far down into the dirt that he never, ever, ever comes back. It's my responsibility to him, as a friend. It is my destiny.
It's probably time for me to go home. Not yet! I am going to fight for this championship!
I'm gonna have that belt. One way or another. There will be casualties.
Stakes are too high.
If the thought even crosses my mind of this match, what comes up is hate. Hate. Violence.
You could not write a better story for the ending of the career of Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, than this. A warrior's death on his home soil. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to go out on your shield. His brother, his friend, will pull the trigger.
You're gonna get your head kicked in!